Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to go out for a little river camp. I've got the packraft with me and I'm currently stood on the banks of the river Alde in a place called Snape Maltings. So I've gone on this app called Go Paddling, not a plug but an app I use all the time to find points to put the boats in the water. So yeah, I've ended up here at the river Alde. I've been to Snape Maltings before. There's a lovely pub there and a few little shops and nice bit of old school architecture. It's really cool if you're ever this way. But yeah, I haven't done a recce or anything like that. As I say, I've just randomly pitched up. There's a good chance I might paddle 200 or 300 meters upriver and just get bogged out with marshes, and who knows, we're winging it together today. So yeah, let me go and blow the packraft up and then we'll get out on the water. It's not the best launch point I've ever used. There's a bit of a hill going down to it, so hopefully I don't slip and land on my backside. But you can just see the river down there. It's very reedy. Successful launch. We're on the river, no mishaps. Got down that hill all good. Little bit of a pull to get away from the bank. One thing I did forget is the fin that goes underneath in the middle. I left it in my other car, so keeping it straight is probably going to be a bit of a job today, but that's my own fault. There's something really special about being out paddling on the river on your own with the whole river to yourself, because there's no motorboats on this river and it definitely doesn't look like a river that gets paddled that often, because I've been doing a lot of fighting through the reeds. Tough work, but when you get to these nice bits, like this water's lovely now, there's no obstructions. It's just beauty. Apart from the faint sound of chainsawing in the distance, I've been itching for a river camp for a while, so it feels good to be out on the little packraft as well. Just pulled in for a 10-minute water break, or council pop as my folks would say. Load of geese. But you can see there's literally naff all around me. It's just all farmland. I think there's some farm buildings over there and some farm buildings over there, but other to that, can't see any roads, just flat marshland, fields and woods. It's flipping awesome. Nature, man, nature. One of the things that just does it for me about wild camping is probably the unknown. Not knowing where you're going to be sleeping that night, not knowing what the spot's going to be like, what trees are going to be there, how much wood's going to be there, what sort of view am I going to get, all of that sort of stuff, like the unknown. So the paddling's like one part of it, that's the journey, but you don't even know where you're going. So you get to enjoy the journey and the spot when you get to the spot. It's cool doing a recce for like woodland spots if you want to have a bushcraft camp and a big fire and all of that. You know, I'd recommend doing a recce, but for them quick overnighters, I've got my wood stove with me, so I'll have a little fire in there. Other than a few twigs, I've got everything that I need. Water, food, beer, shelter, coffee, all of that sort of good stuff. What else do you need? You know what I mean? The adventure. That's all you got to worry about. It's flipping brilliant, I love it. Well, I've just come across this spot. Nice little bit of flat ground on top there. If it's not too boggy, I'm not going to get out and have a look, but I reckon further back would be alright. So this is going to be the fallback spot, one of the sides, not sure. But if I carry on travelling up the river and there's just nothing better and I have to turn around, then this is where I'll come. Back on dry land. Although I've just been fighting through loads of trees, a long old channel for quite a while. I didn't get the camera out because I was effing and jeffing and it was very frustrating, but it looks like we might be at the end of the line here. It's so overgrown and I've walked less than 100 meters from where I've just got out. It doesn't look like it gets any clearer. In fact, it looks like it gets even worse. Really sloppy mud underneath. You know when it kind of cakes onto your boots and you start walking around with like moon boots. A quick look at the map says no, mate. There's another 300 odd meters worth of overgrownness once I get past this little clear bit here. And also, this is kind of the only bit of woodland that's left before it goes back out to fields and reeds. And I don't know how long it would take to get past all that. What time are we on? 2 o'clock. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stay firm here or go back to that spot. Right, plan is I'm going to sit here for a little bit. I'm going to get the kettle out and cook myself up a bit of food. Just an all-day breakfast boil in the bag. And I've had a look on the map again, and across the river it looks like there's a much nicer camping spot. There's a pond or a lake or something, and it looks like there might be a footpath all the way around it. Now looking at the map, it looks like we're pretty much in the middle of nowhere. There's not a lot around here, except them chainsaws I could hear earlier are literally being used just over there. So I'm going to sit here for a couple of hours and hopefully they leave before it gets dark, and then I'll just leave my kit here, nip across the river, see if it's worth camping over there, and then come back and grab the kit. If not, I could just camp here under this big willow tree, but the only thing is the ground is still a bit boggy here. It's not great. The leaf litter's covering most of it, and there are a few sections that are quite firm. There'll be a bit of nettle whacking to do, but it's doable. It's definitely doable, and there's plenty of wood here for the burner as well. I think it's time to crack a tinny, don't you? Yeah, let's go. Good old Hazy Jane. Never fails. Oh, hold on. What? That is one tree. All of that is one tree. It's connected at the bottom. Don't know if you can see it because of the packraft, but that is all connected as one. Flippin' heck. Definitely not one of the better firewoods, Willow, but that's what we've got. As I say, I'm only using the kettle just to cook up a bit of food, so it's not going to matter too much. But Willow, it holds a lot of moisture, so it really needs a lot of seasoning, and it can be quite spitty. But yeah, if you're having like a proper winter bushcraft camp and you want a decent open fire, yeah, I'd recommend trying to avoid Willow. It's not that great. Good old kettle. Banging bit of kit. It's got everything in here. Hobo stove, dead easy to use. You got trivet, grill, pot holder, a pot, 2 mugs. Well, you got 2 pots, a plate, and there's a little bowl as well. Literally everything you need. And then you've got the water jacket, so you can have the stove go in, fill this with water, get it on there. It'll whistle when it's done. Solid bit of kit. Anyone that goes out doing wild camping or bushcraft, you've probably come across these. Flipping awesome. Family run business. Same family since the 1890s when they were first made. This one's stainless. I think they did them in tin originally. I can't remember, don't quote me on that. But yeah, no messing about either, because I've got a block of dragon fuel, which is just a block of fuel that smells like the stuff that girls take their nail varnish off with. Acetone, is it? Smells like that. And it's just a quick lighter job. No mess tins. I'm not making a brew, so I won't be using that until the morning. I've just got a Wayfarer all-day breakfast. I really like these ones. You don't add water to them, they already come pre-moisturised. Just boil them in some water for a bit, heat them up. Job's a good one. The Kettle's the biggest thing that I've brought. It burns really fast as well, willow. Doesn't give out the most heat. I'm slating it, like, I don't have anything against willow, guys, alright? Nah. It reminds me of sycamore, but it doesn't burn as nice as sycamore. The way it snaps, it's just like, do you know what I mean? It's just no effort, it just snaps. I'm staring at a limb about 20 metres up, still quite chunky, hanging on by a thread, being supported by another branch. That'll make a nice bang when that goes. Oh, that's nice and warm in the hands, that. Oh, yeah. Oh. It's not even that cold out. It's like 10, 11 degrees. But that is piping. And I haven't got a long-handled spoon today, so I'll be tilting the bag on the side and cutting it. Otherwise you get food all over your fingers and it's annoying. Anyone that's served, it's exactly the same as the ration pack all day breakfast. Literally identical. And they were pretty good, so I'm happy with this. I haven't heard any chainsaws or any activity over the other side of the river for a good 45 minutes or so now. So I'm going to head over there and do a quick recce. Okay, I've just paddled across. You can see my kit's there. There's the packraft. And I didn't realise there's another river to cross. Right, it made sense to grab the kit first before I do a recce. My thinking is, get all the kit over there, leave the kit this side of the fence with the boat. I'll then hop the fence, have a little bit of a walk around, see if it's campable or not inside. And if it looks too sketch, I'll hop back over the fence and we'll just find somewhere on the perimeter to camp. That way, if anyone comes in the morning, I'm outside the boundary. So, yeah, fingers crossed. Okay, I've just had a walk around the whole perimeter and it turns out it's an angling club. There's no padlock on the gate, it doesn't say private property keep out or anything, it just says no swimming. This is an electric fence, so I'm going to jump that. I found this cool little ledge shelf thing up here, so I'm going to set up there and then view from camp is going to be straight across the water, and that looks pretty flipping cool. It feels a little less bait, little less chance of getting caught because it's a bit of an offshoot from the main fishing lake and it's the complete opposite end to where those guys were chainsawing earlier, so it feels nice. Sometimes when you go wild camping, you know when it's the spot because it just feels like the spot. Sometimes I walk around for ages, I'll pick 5 or 6 different spots and then I'll just know. So yeah, I've got that feeling. So we're settling here. Let me get the tarp up and then got to have another beer, I reckon. As you can see, shelter is up. This is the Onewind poncho. Little poncho tarp. Kind of looks like a miniature plough point really. But yeah, it just zips together as a poncho. Pretty cool bit of kit. It's ultra light and it packs down to about the size of your fist. Just one wooden stake in the middle that I've cut, one guy line down to a peg, and then 5 pegs around the back. Looks a little bit like a lavoo as well. It's kind of like a half lavoo in shape, but just ultralight material. Nice little nook. I'm happy with this spot. Couple of 4 beers for tonight. Got a Brewdog Wingman. This is, who's this again? Oh yeah, Tiny Rebel. Tiny Rebel Hop Hut IPA Summer Slam. A Northern Monk Heathen Hazy, and a Vocation Doppelganger. I've had the Heathen and the Doppelganger and the Wingman before. They're all good, but I've never tried that. So that is what we'll have first. He says first, he means third, because I've had 2 hazies. And as far as food goes, I didn't bring any snacks. I've literally only got these Wayfarer boil in the bag meals, and these are my big 3: chilli and rice, chocolate pudding for afters, and then sausage and beans for the morning. And I'm also lighting a couple of incense sticks, and I'm burning patchouli tonight. Oh, come on. Ow. Ah, I caught my finger. Yes, mate. Oh, piping hot. Another hand warmer. Second hand warmer of the day. Not too shabby. Oh, tea time is always an exciting time. I'll tell you what, mate. You can't grumble at that. I'm going to savour it though. I need to eat slow. Do you know when you just want to wolf it down in a wanna like a flipping Labrador? But I want to savour it because I didn't bring any snacks, did I? So I've got that chocolate pudding for in a bit, but nothing else. And it's still pretty early, it's only about 6ish. My eyes, my eyes are stinging because of course the wind is blowing towards me. So all the fire smoke is coming in the tarp and it's not pleasant. There you go, look, chocolate slop for pudding. I'm going to get in my sleeping bag. I've got the bivvy bag as well, just to get out of this breeze. My toes are starting to get a bit cold. Oh, I did buy myself some gloves as well when I was at Go Outdoors. Who are they by? OEX. Legs are starting to nip up, so getting in the pit. Good morning. I might just stay in bed. It's a little bit chilly out there today. I know I haven't just got out of bed to set the camera up to get back into bed. I've just put you on top of the stove at an arm's reach away. Oh, beautiful morning though. Chilly, yeah, but blue skies. Little bit of white cloud, but not overcast like yesterday. Shaping up to be a good day. I woke up listening to some ducks and some geese flying over. I've only been up about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Being just on this concertina style Z-Light mat, they're not the comfiest on the hips and shoulders. I do often wake up a little bit achy when I'm just on this mat. It's not so bad on the pelt, but couldn't put it in. Still better than now. Kept me warm. I didn't wake up cold or anything, I just woke up a bit aching. I was, yeah, tossing and turning for that reason. Bit of a breeze coming in though, I did notice, but nah, it's all good. We're not even in the heart of winter yet. And the Brucey bonus is waking up to this view from my bed. Right, time for a coffee. Don't know if that sounds like a vehicle on the track leading up to here or not. Before I get this coffee on, I think I'm gonna get everything packed down, get this shelter down, so at least if someone does come, all I've got to do is water on the fire, hop the fence, and I'm gone. Whereas if I'm halfway through making a brew and someone comes, I've still got all of this out. And it's not late, it's only 8:30, but you know, working hours, 9 till 5, if you're that way. That means I'll be here in about half an hour, if they're coming back, who knows. I went to have a look at what they'd been sawing yesterday, and it was just loads of brambles. So they'd done about half of the bush. I'd expect them to be coming back. So yeah, let's get all this packed down and then make a coffee. It's only my second time out with this tarp. Full disclosure, it was sent to me by Onewind. Thank you very much, legends. I mean, look at it. Look how small it packs down. It's tiny, it weighs nothing. It's a poncho and it's a little tarp. Ultralight, really cool bit of kit. I'm very happy with that. It's good for camps like this where you don't need loads of space and you're pretty much just setting up a bed space and somewhere to sit. Okay, I'm gonna have to scrap the coffee and get all the kit in the boat because there's already people down here fishing now. And I don't want to light the stove when there's people fishing. I'm gonna hoss my kit over the fence. Let's go, let's get out of here. That's where I was camped. No trace. And we're away. Little bit awkward then, it was quite funny though. I was walking around the outside of the fence with all my kit, and matey that was stood there fishing was literally on the post next to where I jumped over yesterday, right next to the packraft. And he just stared me down the whole way with all my kit, and I was just like, oh, is he going to say something? But he didn't. This is what I meant yesterday, look, you can just get fully tangled up in trees. You just got to lift the branches above your head and kind of squeeze under them, and then just pull the little ones to give yourself some thrust forward. And a short while later, literally 400 meters later, we're back at that spot that I was saying was going to be a potential if all else failed. So not directly across the river, but the one just a bit further down. And this is a good spot, loads of wood around, so I can get that burner on. I'm out of view from your man fishing over there, so I can chill here. I might even spend an hour or two here, just show you my kit that I took, because I didn't get to do it this morning. And I'll talk to you a little bit about the packraft. And yeah, I'll get some scround out my neck as well. Nice day. Perfect day for it. Little bit crisp in the morning. Sun's out, blue sky. I am not complaining at all. Coffee first or food first? Coffee first. I'm going to savour it, wait a little bit longer. It's almost, that's what I need at camps sometimes, is to be confined and restricted to meals like this. I don't normally bring out boil in the bag meals, you know what I mean? I'm normally in the woods cooking good. But yeah. I'm known to eat and eat and eat and eat, and then I'll like wake up in the middle of the night with bellyache. It's not cool, but you can ask my mate. So I just eat myself to sleep, and yeah, having not a lot of food, you know, just you've got what you've got. That's what I need sometimes. So yeah, I'm really cherishing the food that I've got. So I'm gonna wait a little bit. What am I doing? I'm getting the fire on. That's what I'm doing. And then once it's on, you can see the flame coming through the top. You can just throw your sticks in the top then. Such a great bit of kit. They're really popular in the fishing community as well, not just the camping community. And I'm on the Colombian today. Not that Colombian. Does anyone else ever completely forget about their club card points? And then you randomly just go on the app to see you've got like 30, 40 quid in there. That's what I did a few days ago. I was just sitting at work at lunch and I was like, oh yeah, I know how much club card points I've got. Went on there, 36 quid. Not bad, not bad. Right, and then another cool feature of these, the bung and the cork handle help you pour, so you don't have to burn your fingers. Good touch, innit? Bish, bash, bosh. Oh, I've been looking forward to this. That was my phone. Who be that? BT. Bill. Classic. Just what you want out in nature. Your flipping bills coming through via text. Sorry it's a bit shaky, I've got the big lens on, but can you see the cormorant in the tree? Oh, a bit of sausage and beans action. Right, while I smash this, I know there'll be a lot of you here for the York knife giveaway, so let's fast forward in time to when I'm editing this video, and I'll go on one of them YouTube comment generators so you can see that it's not a fix and all that, and everyone that's commented York knife is in for a chance. Tasty slop, mate. Sausage and beans in a bag of mush. Splendid. Compliments to the chef. Anyway, let's go. See you in a bit. Hello. We're back at home in the spare room. It kind of looks like I'm a hostage, doesn't it? And we're doing one of those videotapes. Sorry if it's a bit echoey. We're doing a bit of decorating at the minute. I've just laid some flooring with my mate Paul. Cheers, Paul. And yeah, there's not a lot of stuff in here. Anyway, right. Let's get on with the giveaway. I'm just loading up the thing now that will select someone who left the comment York knife as the winner. Who has won? Matthew Weed 3810. There you go. Well done, Matthew. Congratulations, mate. If you can send me an email with your address, I'll get that fired out to you. Thanks again for entering, and cheers to everyone else. And for those of you that entered but didn't win, fear not, because there is still a chance to get one. If you go on the York Knife website, which I'll put on the screen and in the description, Luke's actually made a few of them for you to buy if you're interested. No pressure. But if there's enough interest, he said he'll make a few more. So now's your chance if you want to support the channel. If you look at them on the website, it will tell you all the specs and everything. Thanks for doing that, Luke. And yeah, go check it out. Legends. Cheers. Well done to whoever won the knife. I hope it serves you well and gets plenty of use. Back in the woods now, and I've got all my kit laid out. I said I'd show you all my kit for this trip. So here you go. We've got the packraft, the paddle, 45 litre day sack, buoyancy aid, DD Dura 2 sleeping bag with issued bivvy bag of Colombian, Firmrest pillow, Firmrest Z-Lite mat, 5 MSR stakes, the onewind shelter, my cup, head torch, gloves, saw, spork / fork and spoon, if you know you know, bushcraft knife, the kettle, coffee press, spare camera, and then I've got my camera bag, the kettle bag, and a beer or two over there. So just a little bit about the packraft then. This is the MRS Ponto, and it was supplied by Paqualife originally for a charity packraft trip that I was going to do up in Scotland. Unfortunately that got cancelled, but I did use it up in Scotland with Jake to cross a loch to get to that Swedish cabin looking thing. I'll put all the specs on the screen. Really handy, they pack down small. You can just chuck it in the back of your car if you're not out walking. But these were originally designed to go in your pack, hence the name Packraft. if you're out on multi-dayers and you come across bodies of water, just inflate it, chuck all your kit in. It inflates with a bag that you saw at the start of the video, and like if you've got a portage or whatever, literally it weighs naff all. So handy bits of kit. It's a little bit limiting in the kayak and the packraft. It's nice in the canoe because I can just set my tripod up and face it wherever I want, so I can get all the good river shots then. But in this, it's hard. I can't set the tripod up. I don't have any sticky mounts. It's just all handheld stuff. And I see like other people's videos, man. The game of YouTube has moved on when it comes to filmmaking. There's people putting out some really flipping awesome videos these days. And I don't often watch outdoors YouTubers just because I don't want to subconsciously copy, and I don't know, it's just not so authentic then, is it? But I dipped in the other day at a couple of people and like, yeah, some seriously good filmmaking going on in the community. I'm using a Canon camera and it's got a big flipping fluffy mic on there and everything. Not ideal for the outdoors really, but you get some nice shots on it. But I need something like a GoPro for like hiking in the rain and stuff. I won't have to put the camera down. Probably about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours paddle back to the car. There's not much of a current on this river at all. It's very slow moving, which, you know, is fine. It was nice on the paddle out yesterday because there wasn't much of a current, but it just means in the morning, the next day, you normally have the current pushing you back, so you get there a bit quicker. But this morning it's really calm. Cruising. Oh, I nearly lost my hat. Can't be losing the flippin' deuce hat. Honestly, I can't believe we're at the end of November. It's pretty warm out, to be fair. It's got to be 15. Sun's out, blinding me the whole way back. But yeah, couldn't ask for more, mate. I've been doing a little bit of reading up recently about the condition of English rivers and like what sort of bacteria and pesticides and insecticides and waste and everything else that is actually in these sort of waters, and it's not great. To think that I swim in most of these rivers, it does make you think twice. Is it going to put me off swimming in the local rivers? Probably not, I'm not going to lie, but it's definitely food for thought, that's for sure. Might just lay back like this and just let it take me. That sounded weird. And here we are. Ow, ow, ow. Nettles to the neck. Cheers, mate. Talk about finishing the day on a high. Oh. Can I clear the camera? Just. And that is me back in the car. I finished the trip there with a nice bit of lunch because it had just gone lunchtime, so worked out perfect. Thank you so much for joining me and watching the video. Really do appreciate you tagging along. That was a cool little camp. I'll see you next time. Peace and love. Ciao.